Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to all my brothers and sisters. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair wa bika nasta'in ya fattah. Rabbi zidni ilma. It's been 3 weeks I didn't upload any video, and this is a really important video. As you know, when a person reads the Quran, there's one shaitan with him. When a person he teaches the Quran, when he spreads the Quran more and more, there's a group of shaitan. So this is a really important video for all of you guys, in which I will be telling you about Quran journaling, that how do I do it, like every day, how do I write and how do I explain it to you guys. So I will be explaining everything in this video, inshallah. So let's go with me. Okay, so this is the diary which I use for my Quran journaling, and you can take any kind of diary, whichever kind of you like, simple or some flowery, whatever diary you like. It can be smaller in size, it can be larger in size. You can take any diary. And these are the pens which I usually use, and highlighters. So whatever you like, I usually use like markers for this. And I use this Quran. It's an English Quran, and if you want you can use an Urdu Quran. And if you know the tarjuma and everything, अगर आपको तर्जमा आता है, आपको ट्रांसलेशन आती है, तो फिर आप सिंपल कुरान यूज़ करें, अदरवाइज़ आप ट्रांसलेशन वाला कुरान भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं. तो ये कुरान है which I use. It's an English Quran, and you can also use Islam 360. It's an app, and it's a really nice app. You can also use that. Mostly I also use that app. There is like in English and in Urdu, and there are so many ulama's translation, explanation, like Farhat Hashmi, and there's Mufti Numan Ali Khan, Mufti Manik, and there is also a lot of muftis, explanation over there. You can also listen it, and there's also a tarjuma also in it, Islam 360. So I usually use that. And for this you can see, okay, so there is 2-3 things which I usually use before starting the journaling. Okay, so like I did the journaling of Surah An-Nas in here, and I write the para's name on it first of all, Juzus Salasun, even in English and in Arabic, and I write the surah, and then I write which surah is it. Like this is 114 surah An-Nas, and first of all, most of the whenever I start a surah, I write introduction, so I know what is the surah about and why am I reading the surah. So in this surah, so that's how I do it, because I think introduction is the main thing. One is the introduction of the surah. Second, I move on to the surah. So I write the, you can write the verse if you like. Well, I usually start with the verse, and then I write the translation in between. And then at last, I write the ahadith. So there's also an action point, that what do I have to do? What do I need? What do I learn from this surah? So I usually write it and I highlight it. So here I did, so here I usually write the tajweed rules too, because that's really important. So as you can see, I wrote Suratul Falaq and its introduction. Suratul Falaq is a short chapter from the Quran. So Surat An-Nas was also a short chapter from the Quran, and Suratul Falaq too. And it has 5 verses. So wherever it's written how many verses are there, I usually, I just highlight it. Because I think this is a really good thing, that when you highlight, you remember. Whenever I open it, my journal, so I see, okay, it has this much verses. So I usually teach my kids too like this, because this is really simple and really effective way where kids can learn very easily. So it is a prayer to ask Allah for protection. So this is the main point we get in this surah, is that this is a surah to protect yourself. So in this surah, we ask Allah to keep us safe from all kind of harms, such as darkness or fear at night, as it's going to come in the surah, and magic or evil plans, jealousy from others. It teaches us that Allah is the only one who can protect us from bad things, whether they are seen or unseen. So you can see that in this surah, Allah is giving us a protection, a shield, a sword, that which you can protect yourself from evil things. So this is the main purpose of the surah, where we read the introduction and then we get it. Okay, so now I will be writing Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I usually write it when it's the starting of the surah. You can put the Arab if you like. If you don't, it's your choice. So, Bis, in the name of Allah. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, the most gracious, the most merciful. I love to write Bismillah when I start any surah, and I like to highlight the main points, the name of Allah. With what we start with the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. So however you like to make it beautiful, you can. With the highlighters, I think it's most beautiful thing you can do. Okay, so Qul now. We write Qul, say. So this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, so now Qaf, you have to read it thicker. I just write TH to just, remember myself that I have to read this thicker. Qul, say. It means say. A'udhu, I seek protection. Birabbil falak. Falak means the dawn. Okay, Qul was, you have to read it thicker. I read TH thicker. A'udhu, Ain. So Birabbi, from the Lord of Al-Falak, the dawn. So this is, so in this surah, in the starting ayah, we get this, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that you need to say this, that you need to seek protection from the Lord of the dawn. So now here, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so it means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to us too. So I think the action point that I get from this is that in the morning and at night, we should read Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas, as in ahadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to frequently recite Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas in the morning and evening as a form of ruqya, spiritually protection. So this is a protection which we're getting from Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas. So from in the morning and at night. So the action point in this is that in the morning, and at night, I will recite surahs Al-Falaq and An-Nas. So these two surah is like a spiritual protection. It's like, a dam that you do on yourself and you feel protected. So this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, a protection. So this is how you can highlight the action point, and whenever you remember, so you can, whenever you open, so you can remember that I need to, protect myself from these surahs. And you can also highlight the words word by word. So that's how it is. Inshallah, we will be doing this. And for the hadith, you can write just a small ha, or you can just write hadith in English like this, and then you just write a hadith over it, like I did over here. So I wrote all the hadiths in Urdu and in English. So usually when I'm doing my journaling, I usually write the translation in Urdu and in English, because I think that is much better. And I was getting a lot of messages that you should do the, the video in Urdu as well. So inshallah, I will be doing the videos in Urdu inshallah as well. So here you can see how I did the journaling. I hope you guys like it. Inshallah, I will be doing this each and every day, inshallah, like I was doing Surah Al-Baqarah, the one ayah each and every day. Inshallah, I will be doing this every day, inshallah, with you guys. So I want that you guys contribute too, as I made a group in WhatsApp. So मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप लोग सब मिलके जो है, जैसे मैं नोट्स बनाऊँ, आप भी मेरे साथ नोट्स बनाएं, बिकॉज इस तरह फिर एज अ ग्रुप अगर जब हम काम करेंगे, सो फिर ये होता है कि जब मुझे कभी वीडियो नहीं भी बनानी होती, तो मुझे ये इट्स लाइक फ़िक्र होती है कि आई हैव टू, देयर इज़ अ बिग ग्रुप विद मी whom I have to take and go on. So sometimes I just get lazy, I don't want to make the video. So of course, as I told you in the starting of the video, कि एक जब इंसान कुरान पढ़ता है तो उसके साथ एक शैतान होता है, लेकिन जब एक आप किसी को पढ़ा रहे होते हैं, जब आप कोशिश कर रहे होते हैं कुरान को दूसरों तक पहुंचाने की, तो क्या होता है कि फिर एक पूरा ग्रुप ऑफ शैतान आपके साथ होता है. सो आई वांट अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल दैट as well is with me in this journey of Quran. So उससे क्या होगा कि इंशाल्लाह जब हमारा भी एक ग्रुप होगा, so उससे फिर क्या होगा, हम इसको आगे तक लेके जा सकते हैं. So I want you guys to, if you guys want to join my class, inshallah, I will be continuing Surah Al-Baqarah, as this was just an example for you guys, and inshallah I will be doing the class as one ayah each and every day. I think that's not much. Only one ayah, बहुत आसान है. one ayah आप सब कर सकते हैं, एक ayah एक दिन में. बस एक आया हम लिखेंगे, उसकी ट्रांसलेशन लिखेंगे, उसके वर्ड टू वर्ड मीनिंग लिखेंगे, उसके बाद हम एक्शन पॉइंट्स लिखेंगे, थोड़ी सी उसकी एक्सप्लेनेशन होगी, बस दैट्स इट. So I hope everybody can make the notes, and you guys also buy a diary, and do try this. Inshallah, you will be seeing a change in your life, inshallah, and inshallah you will be seeing a lot of blessing in your life, inshallah. So jazakallah khair. Inshallah, I will be meeting you in the next class, and from there we will be starting the Quran journaling, as this was just an example. Inshallah, we will be starting as I was doing from in my previous video, Surah Al-Baqarah, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Stay happy and remember me in your prayers. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.